Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways of eating aloo, which is an aloo dum recipe. A very delicious dish which is packed with flavor and taste. And in this recipe is very simple. I'm not going to be dum cooking it as the name suggests, but instead simmering it and slow cooking it for close to about 30 minutes until all the aloo gets absorbed with the flavors of the dum masala. Okay, and I'm not going to be deep frying the potatoes, instead going to be pan roasting the potatoes and then making the masala and then putting them all together. So without wasting any time, let me just dive right in and show you how to make a delicious aloo dum. Okay. So into a preheated pan, I'm just going to add in some mustard oil. You can add any oil if you want, but mustard oil brings in a great taste and flavor to a dish. Just go ahead and add in the boiled baby potatoes. So I have boiled the baby potatoes well in a pressure cooker, peeled the skin, and then after that refrigerated it for about an hour so that it firms up and gets a nice hold of the potatoes. Okay, so this is great. So now I'm going to roast the baby potatoes in the pan. I'm just going to sprinkle some salt as well before we begin roasting, and we'll roast the baby potatoes until it gets a nice golden and crisp texture from the outside. About 5 to 7 minutes on medium-high heat and our potatoes would be well roasted. And after that I'm going to show you how to make the masala for the aloo dum. Okay, so let's just get started. So notice that after about 4 to 5 minutes of roasting, the potatoes have got a nice golden color, and this is just perfect. I'm just going to keep this to the side now. We don't need to roast it any further. And now I'm all set to make the masalas for the aloo dum. Okay, so let's just do that. Now for the masala, I'm going to first make an onion, ginger, garlic and a green chili paste. So into my mixer grinder, I'm just going to go ahead and add in the roughly chopped onions. So I'm going to add in some garlic and some green chilies and some ginger. Okay, so I'm going to make this into a nice fine paste, and after that we'll begin to make the masala for the aloo dum. Now that looks perfect. I'm going to keep this to the side and let's get cooking our masala. Great, so now to cook our masala into a pan, I'm just going to go ahead and add in the mustard oil. You can use ghee or any other oil of your choice. We'll just go ahead and add in the onion, ginger, garlic paste that we ground earlier. I'm going to go ahead and add in all my spices from bay leaves. I'm just going to tear it apart, and I have some whole cardamom and some cinnamon sticks which I've broken, and also cloves. Okay, we'll just go ahead and add all of them, and I'm going to saute the spices just for a bit on the side for a few seconds, and after that we'll cook the onion, ginger, garlic paste for about 3 minutes on medium heat until the raw smell goes away, and then after that we'll cook it along with the masalas, so then it'll get all the delicious flavors. Okay, so let's just cook it for about 3 minutes on medium heat. Okay, we don't need to wait for it to release the oil by the sides and brown it too much as they do it typically. You just need to ensure that the raw smell goes away, and I'll show you a simple tip of how to ensure that the rawness goes away completely by sauteing it along with the spices. Okay, this looks about right, and at this stage the rawness seems to have gone away, and I'm going to start adding the remaining spices and then cook it for another 3 to 4 minutes so the flavors come through beautifully. So I'm going to add in the turmeric powder, and the coriander powder is extremely important. This is fresh roasted coriander seeds which I always roast at home. All my masalas are made at home, and because I think it brings out great taste and flavors. Okay, I'm going to add the garam masala now, and then the red chili powder, and it's the spice is completely your choice, but when it's nice and spicy is when the aloo dum tastes really nice. Okay, so now this process of cooking the onion, ginger, garlic along with the masalas and stir frying it on low to medium heat at this stage will really bring a great taste to the gravy. And in addition, the raw smell of the onion, ginger, garlic will also go away, and you don't have to really wait to release the oils. Okay, and this is just perfect. We'll just wait for another minute and we should be done. Okay, this looks wonderful, and now my next step is to add in the tomato puree. So this tomato puree is pre-cooked. All I did was to take the whole tomatoes, half them, put it in the pressure cooker, and then and give it about 2 whistles. After that, allow the pressure to release naturally, and once the pressure releases, allow the tomatoes to cool down, and after it cools down, remove the skin and just take away the pulp of the tomatoes, leave the water which is sort of given away aside, and then puree it to make a nice thick tomato puree. So it's really as simple as that. Great. So this is good. And I'm going to add in the dahi at this stage. Yes, it's going to add in that perfect sourness to the aloo dum. And then once we're going to be simmering all the potatoes for a good 30 minutes, you will notice that all the flavors come through and it'll come out beautifully. And I'm going to add in some salt to taste. The potatoes also have some salt, so just ensure that you add just a bit, and a light sweetness, okay, and just to add some honey. You can also add sugar if you don't wish to add honey, but honey also tastes great. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in the roasted potatoes, and that's it. Now I'm going to cover the pan and turn the heat to about low medium, and then simmer it for a good 30 minutes, and you will notice that all the masala has become nice and thick and gets well coated with the potatoes, and it'll be absolutely delicious. And we'll just wait for that consistency, and in between, while it is simmering, ensure that you keep stirring it so that you get the right consistency of the potato. Okay, so let's just wait, cover the pan and then simmer it. Let me just give it a quick taste to see if it needs any masalas. So if it is, you can add it at this stage. So I think it's just perfect. Ready to cover the pan and then simmer the potatoes until they are done. So after 30 minutes of cooking, notice how the potatoes have beautifully come together. The gravy is thickened and all the masalas are well absorbed into the potatoes, and this is exactly the consistency that we want. Do give it a taste at this point, and if you need any salt or a garam masala or chili powder, add it at this stage. I'm ready to serve the Bengali Aloo Dum and garnish with some coriander leaves and serve it along with some hot fulkas and some ghee. So I really hope you enjoyed watching the recipe of how to make the Bengali Aloo Dum. It's really simple. Make sure you have all the ingredients prepped up and kept, and follow the steps that I've showed you from the beginning, and you will have a delicious tasting aloo dum. And this is one of my favorite recipes. You can serve it along with some tawa paratha or puri, and also have it along with some curry and some lacha pyaz. So do give this recipe a try, and when you do, don't forget to take a snapshot of it and tag us across all your social channels, and we'd love to hear from you. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.